I think Stripe as well. Like, I don't know if you saw John Collison's Stripe sessions the other week, where it's sort of like he talks about some of the I guess inspiration for what's happening around the world. But I think his first point on that was the proliferation of real-time payments globally is just, it's big. It's really big. Mm-hmm. And that sort of links through actually to my favorite session, which was the one, would you believe, it's like the last session of the entire conference, which was like, I think 11 o'clock on the Thursday, expecting no one to be there, but there was a lot of people there. Peter Tapling was moderating, and forget his name, the founder of this. I'm just sort of looking it up, whether I've got it, but basically.
It was Carlos Neto from Matera.
Yes, exactly. So he's the founder of Matera. And so just for everyone here, Matera is a Brazilian fintech. And it really looked at like Pix. We all talk about Pix as being an incredible use case on the adoption of real-time payments. And it is, for a number of reasons. Not only is it around financial inclusion, but you had a heavy concentration of card usage in Brazil as well. And now just I guess just the scale at which this is moving. So Matera is, I think, the largest or the third largest processor of Pix payments. They do 375 million Pix payments per month. Like, it is crazy. And 75 million of those were driven by QR. And so he talked about how this moved. Now, Brazil, again, they mandated that every bank needed to be Pix enabled, which is great. And that's really pushed on. But he talked about the importance of the wallet and the lack of variability, like the consistency in how it's approached, and like how that's continued to drive, and it's just continued to grow. And as a fintech or a tech provider in this ecosystem that does, I think, circa 10% of all Pix volume going through his wallets, he really went deep into the importance, and this really connected with the way that we're operating here, the importance of resilience, reliability to scale. Like, because even when he was talking, these numbers are probably a little bit out of date. Like, I think we're doing 50 more million a month than what we were saying here. And so the speed at which this is moving and the scale to deliver a technology that's reliable is incredibly difficult. And he just shared a lot of that. So Matera, M-A-T-E-R-A, for the audience to look up. Fascinating conversation. I could have listened to him talk for a lot longer.
Yeah, they're super advocates of Pix and what it can also, we can learn from it here in the U.S. And of course, they're very active in Brazil. Of course, I've been in their office, and they've actually, done Pix transactions in front of me and taken all these pictures. And, to this point about consistent user experience, I have a C6 account in Brazil, just for a digital bank. And Pix is required to come up on the home screen of my app on the first screen. Whereas, my credit union still buries Zelle on 6, menus deep. And I found it by accident. They didn't even advertise it, right? So, but this is required in the Pix rules that be there. And of course, how the payment flows is also a requirement. The user experience, they were super thoughtful when they planned this out.
I think that's one thing in Australia we probably retrospectively should have done, is like mandated a better, presentation of, in particular, now we're going with Pay 2, like this, variability of where to find it, how it's presented, what it is. Like, we've still got a lot of work to do here.